Well, yesterday night we got a very huge update coming in from Qatar for the very first time as far as the United Takeover is really concerned. Now, the English media had been silent since morning by the time I really uploaded that video on this channel, and here they come with a lot of updates that are really so much divisive. Others indicating that it is not yet decided, but Qataris, that is Sheikh Jassim and his team, are so much having a firm belief in the United Takeover. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And God loves Man United. I've landed on a story being told to us by the editor of the economics news at BBC, confirming to us that the reason as to why the Glazers bed session with Sir Jim Ratcliffe never worked out is because of the hefty fund. Hefty funds are some of the shareholders of Man United, and they're asking themselves, why do the Glazers want not to sell 100%, yet there is a person who is willing to buy this club 100%. Don't they want the hefty funds that own shares in Man United also to really benefit big from the big chunk of money that Sheikh Jassim is really trying to front on table? And this goes back to the Glazers not wanting a full sale for now, because they believe by the time the full sale really gets done, they are not going to get as much money as they're going to get from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, because there are a lot of shareholders that are into this. And this is when I got to learn that, however much we've already said that the 31% shares owned by the New York Stock Exchange, it's really a farce. It's not that all the 31% shares are owned by New York Stock Exchange. You know, they're hefty funds and others. So it was divided into very many people, and it shows you how the Glazers are manipulative at this level of the job. So it shows you that scenario of the Glazers going in bed with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and obviously making a decision to sell him 50% of the shares and then remain with the 19% of the shares might not work out, because they might be sued by the hefty fund. Because why are they denying them a chance to also earn big from their shares they've been holding and owning at Man United? Now, the first person to put up a story that reacted to the news of the Qataris having won the race was Simon Stone, a United correspondent for BBC. Told us that sources involved in Man United's sale process have played down the accuracy of reports of a successful Qatar bid. That is it. And then he went ahead to say several parties have offered to buy minority stakes, although as the process has dragged on far longer than experts expected, the Glazers taking that option has appeared to be increasingly unlikely. So when you hear Simon Stone what he's telling us, it shows you that whoever wants to take a minority stake in that club is not welcome. That's why it's now a two-horse race between Sheikh Jassim representing the Qataris and Sir Jim Ratcliffe representing Ineos. So sources at the sale of Man United, I'm going to have to downplay this, and obviously they have to downplay it. Do you know why? They cannot come out in the public and say we've decided ABCD, but for the very first time we are getting a significant report linking Qataris being as preferred bidders. For the last 2 months, we've been getting in Sir Jim Ratcliffe as the preferred bidder that the Glazers have decided to go on with. And the big question is, where the Glazers using him to see to it that Sheikh Jassim elevates his bid? Because if they had chased him immediately, that means Sheikh Jassim and Qataris would have been in a position of strength. But business-wise, you have to keep the weaker opponent into the business, to see to it that you tempt this one who is really strong and having a lot of liquidity with him to go on and increase the bid to where you want it. And right now, the bid that Sheikh Jassim has gone ahead to really make, that is the fifth bid, is equivalent to the bid that Sir Jim Ratcliffe had put onto the table. We go to another outlet known as PA Media. They've told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's camp described those reports as pure speculation and say they remain in a holding pattern. They expect the next step will be for the Man United board to meet and consider both bids. They are eager to get the deal done with the summer transfer window about to kick in. That is a story coming in from PA that they contacted the sources from Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and they've gone ahead to do that. Obviously, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and his camp cannot declare themselves, but they can use an outlet from Qatar to reveal the anticipation they have from the Glazers, and obviously they're having the best offer for the club of Man United. 5.5 billion pounds to the Glazers, 1 billion pound to be spent on transfers and improving facilities at Carrington. They want to build a new state-of-art stadium at Man United, and they want to really build hotels and everywhere in Manchester. That is it concerning the Glazers, the Qataris. And when you look at Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he doesn't have money to inject in this sport, because if he had it, he would have gone ahead to find himself in a situation of really investing it in Nice. But when you look at the dominancy of PSG in that league, it shows you that there is nothing firm, there is nothing firm that they've gone ahead to do to really take them in. I'm just trying to search the year Sir Jim Ratcliffe bought Nice. So he bought Nice in 2019. Now, ever since, have you ever had something so much important coming in from Nice? They've done nothing. Now, 4 years down the road, he cannot turn around Nice, a team that doesn't even need a lot to compete with the likes of PSG, right? It's all about having a good scouting system, getting the best players, and obviously lift the league like Lille did in the previous 1 or 2 years. So, if he cannot lift up Nice, can he lift up Man United? I doubt whether he can do that. Then Jacobs Ben threw in another one, that sale process is entering its final stages, but both groups essentially being prepped to have a deal ready to sign ahead of any potential green light. Both offers are already executionable. Those close to the 9-2 foundation are dismissive of reports saying they have won. So, the same update is coming in from Jacobs Bay that they've contacted the sources of the 9-2 foundation. 9-2 foundation is that of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and the Qataris. They've told them that not the news that is being put out is right. So they are dismissive about the news put out, but obviously they are anticipative that very soon the Glazers are going to come out and obviously do the needful. But as I said, very soon, then he threw in something that really threw me into shock. He said, lots asking about reports Qatar has won the United sale process. Understanding remains no group has been informed yet. If they are successful, expectation is the window will be open without any formal announcement or clarity. Nothing expected in the next few days. So, if you say nothing expected in the next few days, yet they told us that this week is going to be so much pivotal and we expect a huge announcement as far as the takeover is concerned, then you leave us in total dilemma because of what information you are passing on. We are into the advanced stages of the deal, and I really understand something good is going to happen, and it's anticipated that everything is going to come out as planned by the Glazers and the bidders. The bidders are two, Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. We are now waiting to see who is who in all this. Now, we are having a BBC economics editor known as Faisal Islam. He has told us that the Glazers were trying all methods to squeeze the Jassim bid. The spike in United shares mean traders betting the Glazers are about to sell to Sheikh Jassim Al Thani of Qatar. So, the anticipation is really high, and the belief is really building around Qataris that they're going to win they're going to win this. And another source coming in from TalkSport has told us that the Qataris are growing in confidence. It still looks a two-horse race. The Qataris believe they are firmly in it, but it's a bit premature to say that they've won. So the Qataris believe that they are having this and they are winning this. So let's wait and see how things pan out. But I told you that this week we are going to be having lots of reports coming in from different avenues concerning this Qatar bid, because the Qataris obviously understand that the Glazers don't have money. They've looked through the books and they know exactly how the Glazers can survive. They know that Sheikh Jassim they know that Sadio Ratcliffe cannot push on this club to the next level, and that's why they are really confident. And this fifth bid they put in through, that's why they called it a leave it or take it bid. Haven't you asked yourself that amongst all bids that Sheikh Jassim has gone ahead to put in, why is it that on the fifth one he has gone ahead and really said this is a leave it or take it bid? There must be something hidden about it and something special about it. The first bid, he never put any strings attached, Second one, the same. Third one, the same. Fourth one, which we expected that the Glazers are going to get moved, he never put onto that. So this time around, he submitted a fifth bid and called it a leave it or take it bid. Do you know what that means? It means it's exactly what the Glazers might be looking in for. And when you really relate it to what Mike Keegan released on Sunday, that the Glazers contacted the president of PSG in aid to talk to Sheikh Jassim to increase his bid, meaning that they are willing to sell the club 100% to Sheikh Jassim if at all he meets exactly what they are requiring for. So if you add the dots, Sheikh Jassim puts in a his fifth bid, and calls it a leave it or take it bid, and is not going to put in another bid. So it was like he had exactly gone ahead to put in the right bid that the Glazers want, and is so much anticipative of this going where he wants, and obviously acquiring the club of Man United. His acquisition for the club is highly anticipated by the fans of United that have been here for so long, that believe Ten Hag, given quality players, we can really end that reign of dominancy of City to an extent that they've gone ahead to win a treble, and we had nothing to do to them to stop the treble in the finale of the FA Cup. So your thoughts on to Qataris United Takeover fan belief are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about the latest reports coming in from the UK media and the rest of the world? Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm a living true God. Really see you throughout everything. Ciao, ciao. Good evening.